It's Chrissy and I'm here with a Top 5 Wednesday video, and the topic for this Wednesday is fictional cities, and I have here 5 of my favorite fictional cities, but one isn't really a city, but I consider it a fictional city. Anyway, it's like the maps from last month, but this one I can kind of go into detail on. So, and they're in no particular order, I just kind of like them all. So the first one is Seraphina by Rachel Hartman, like the half dragon, half human girl who teaches music to the princess, and the setting of this city was like medieval Gothic England, and there was a scene where there was like a festival dedicated to the saints, and how there were these like wooden statues or something made for the saints, and it was just so cool. And it was just such a lovely, like, well, I mean, not the politics and stuff, that wasn't lovely, but like the city, I really enjoyed it, and the feel of it was so good. And then the next one is The Museum of Thieves, the first book in the Keepers trilogy by Lian Tanner. This isn't a city, clearly it's a museum, but in this museum there's so many rooms, and there are rooms within rooms, and it feels like a city basically, and it only works for people who have like the mind of a thief. So there are like the keepers who work in this museum, and they tend it, and they live there, and it loves them, and it's just so cool. The setting of this museum, the setting of this book was so nice and like comfy to read and everything. So yeah, this is another one. And then the last 3 are actually from my favorite, they're all from the same series. If I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Edge Chronicles by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell. They're so amazing. And I'm gonna be talking about my favorite cities in this series. The first one is, I believe, Old Undertown. Okay, so this is the Edge right there, and I love how the map of the place actually sort of develops as the story develops. Like there's gonna be some trouble, and then the map changes to add to that, and I don't know, it just like, it's so good. Anyway, so the first city is called Old Undertown, and it's described as this dark and dirty and dangerous place, and there's a lot going on. Like there are secret guilds in the sewers, there are there's a pirate guild in like a tavern, and it's just so cool because it's like there are stories within stories, and I just kind of feel like I wish I knew the stories of all of the other characters and all the other people who aren't mentioned, but they're just like around the area more than just the main characters, because this was such a cool series, and like all the places are labeled, and the drawing is so beautiful. And then the next city is that floating rock from here, right? Because this is the Edge, and you see that floating rock up there? That's called Sanctifrax, and it's the floating rock where all of the academics go, or wannabe academics go, and they learn about like weather watching, cloud testing, things like that. Basically a lot of weather things to do with weather, because they're waiting for a great storm. And in that city it looks like this. So here's like the layout of Sanctifrax, and this is the inside of it, and there's like things living inside the rock, while people are living on top of the rock. It's so cool. And I just couldn't get enough. It's like, when I found this series when I was younger, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think like children, well, I'm pretty sure this is a children's book anyway. I didn't think it could be this like intricate and detailed and beautiful. It's just, love it. And then the next city it's called the Free Glades. This is where everyone goes to when like everyone needs an escape, and this is sort of like the safe haven. So it's called the Free Glades right here. There's lots of forest detail and everything. And it's just sort of like that retreat. You go to the mountains or like the forest, and then there's politics here too, and it's not as clean or pure, but it's a lot better than like living in Undertown and things like that. These are some of my favorite fictional cities, and this whole like setting is amazing. And this is seriously like,
I will read these to my children, if I have children. I don't know, maybe, who knows.
But yeah, all of this, and these are my favorites. These are my top 5 fictional cities of everything I pretty much read that I looked through my shelves. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.